3 spots in the semi-final round of the country's most popular summer basketball league have been booked. And today, we will have the 4th and final quarterfinal matchup for the right to advance to the semifinals in the 2014 Filoil Flying V Haynes Premier Cup. And what a blockbuster matchup it is. 4-time NCAA champion Beda College Red Lions facing off against the 2012 Filoil champions National University Bulldogs. Mabuhay Pilipinas at maraming salamat po sa inyong pagtutok ngayon sa ABS-CBN Sports and Action. Ako po ang inyong lingkod, Anton Rojas, reunited once again with my good friend Coach AG and Coach Alan. Coach Alan Gregorio, what a nice matchup we have today. Beda taking on National University for the right to advance to the semifinals against the NASCU champion Centro Escolar University.
And of course, we're all looking for CEU. No, kanina pa natin hinahanap dito. Where are they? They are the most important spectators in today's ball game. They would want to wait on who's going to win today's basketball game.
All right, let's take a look at how our playoff picture looks like right now after the victory of LaSalle over FEU earlier.
Well, ito nga, no? We talked about this. Beda versus NU, and CEU is waiting in the wings. CEU has not lost a single ball game. But let's focus our attention first here in this ball game. Marami nang nawala dito. We're talking about Ray Park. We're talking about John Mbe. And who will fill up the shoes left by these two guys. Of course, mamaya pag-uusapan natin yung mga all-important players. And on the other side, marami na rin mga players na nawala sa kupunan ng Beda. And there's one thing that they would want to achieve. They have not won a single championship here in the Filoil Cup.
Yeah, they actually came close to winning it 3 years ago but fell short against Ateneo. So this is one of the tournaments na gustong may panalo ng Beda College after lording over the NCAA for the past 4 years. And if Beda wants to advance to the semifinal round, they're going to have to get a big game from their big man, si Ola Adeogun.
We talked about Ola Adeogun. He's almost 18-12. What big numbers you've got from this big man. He stands about 6'9", 6'10". Ito, para talagang diretso tayo. 17.7 points per game and 11.3 rebounds. Of course, every time Ola plays big, the bigger chance for Beda to win the ball game.
Siyempre, maraming katulong itong si Ola Adeogun. You have the Semerat twins, Basera Mayor, and the truckload of players, former Beda Red Cubs. So magandang bakbakan ito para sa Red Lions. Makakasama din natin sa ating coverage si Cristel Bachelor, who earlier today had a chance to sit down with Ola Adeogun and talk about today's matchup.
Ola, the NU Bulldogs lost a few of their key players this season. Do you think it will be easy to play up against them today?
No, I don't think so. I think we still have to play our A game. We still have to play together as a team and stay aggressive and start strong in that game. Because even if NU they lost Bobby Parks and some other players, I think they play more together as a team now. And I think that's why they're in the quarterfinals. So we wouldn't take them for granted. Since they're in the quarterfinals, they're also teams to beat. So they're also a team to beat. So that's why I think we're just going to play our game, stay aggressive, and don't take anything for granted.
All right, back to you, Anton and Alan.
Okay, maraming salamat, Cristel. Binanggit ni Ola na wala nga sa kanila si Rome De La Rosa, their team captain. So graduating as a champion si Rome. Pero binanggit din ni Ola, yung mga nawala sa NU, 8 players ang nawala sa kupunan ni Coach Eric Altamirano. Of course, the 2 biggest names that are no longer with the Bulldogs, Ray Parks and John Mbe.
Those are just big numbers, and who's going to fill up those numbers? That's going to be the question that will be answered in today's ball game.
Pero abangan din natin ang pagbabalik ni Alfred Aroga, who was supposed to play in the UAP last year. He played in the Filoil tournament last year. Kaya lang sa UAP, hindi siya nakapasok because of eligibility requirements.
Well, that's going to be a long story. But then again, Alfred Aroga, he's got big shoes to fill. He's averaging 12 points, 8.3 rebounds, konting-konti lang, double-double. Of course, he's not in the same boat yet as what Ola Adeogun is giving to Beda. But in today's ball game, it's going to be really a great matchup between Alfred Aroga and Ola Adeogun.
Well, let's hear from Alfred, as earlier today, Trisha Robredo had a chance to speak with the Cameroonian big man.
So Alfred, with your key players gone, you're now one of the key players of NU. How big of a responsibility is this for you, and what were the adjustments you and the rest of the team had to make?
Yeah, like I said, we need to stay focused, go in there, give everything we have, like execute the game. We really have to have like no pressure. We need to play like super easy, not trying to do that much. Everybody need to do his job. And as far as I'm concerned, I really need to like boost my players, like do the good decisions, stay aggressive in a positive way, and try to give my best so that we can win the game.
Thank you, Alfred, and good luck on your game later. Guys?
Aba, Coach Alan, mukhang focus na focus itong si Alfred Aroga. Mukhang handa na siya sa kanyang bakbakan kontra kay Ola Adeogun.
Alam mo, pag nagsalita nga sila, parang mga coaches na eh, no? You just have to stay focused, do your job, and these are the things that we are gonna look out for in today's ball game.
And speaking of coaches, ito ang ating matchup. Coach Eric Altamirano entering his 4th UAAP season, taking on Coach Boyet Fernandez, entering his 2nd season as the coach of San Beda in the NCAA. When we come back, it will be the Red Lions versus the Bulldogs right here in the quarterfinals of the 2014 Filoil Flying V Haynes Premier Cup.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live on ABS-CBN Sports in Action for the quarterfinal match number 4, with the winner playing the CEU Scorpions this Friday. This is your 2014 Filoil Flying V Haynes Premier Cup quarterfinals. Let's meet the starters first for the National University Bulldogs. At forward number 14, Mid Salim. Power forward number 17, Troy Rosario. Center number 21, Andre Beda. Point guard number 4, Jello Alolino. And the off guard number 7, JJ Alejandro. Head coach of the Bulldogs is Eric Altamirano. And now, starting for the NCAA champions, San Beda Red Lions. And power forward number 15, Kyle Pascual. Forward number 18, Art De La Cruz. At center number 10, Ola Adeogun. On guard number 4, Yusei.
We welcome you once again to our exclusive ABS-CBN sports coverage of the final quarterfinal match in the 2014 Filoil Basketball Tournament. San Beda versus NU, and San Beda with Paseramer, Yusei Koga, Ola Adeogun, Art De La Cruz, and team captain Kyle Pascual, while the new-look National University Bulldogs starting off with Troy Rosario, Henry Betayene, one of the new guys on the team, Salim, number 14, Jello Alolino, and JJ Alejandro. Game recall brought to you by Timex, the official timekeeper of Filoil Flying V League. Wear it well with Timex, true since 1854. First possession goes to San Beda. Art De La Cruz missing on a short hook. Now it's important for both these teams to send the message early on. JJ Alejandro's jumper is off the mark.
And you know, Ton, if there's one thing that both of the players who were interviewed, sinabi nila that they really have to start the ball game on a positive note. Alam nila it's very important, no, that when you start the ball game right, it's going to be easier to win the game.
At ito na nga, Ola Adeogun, one of the guys we heard from pre-game, starting off strong with that hook over Henry Betayene.
And he's got so much advantage against Betayene. He's actually the taller and the stronger player.
Of course, Coach Eric Altamirano not starting with Alfred Aroga. He's starting off with Henry Betayene. What do you think of that, Coach AG?
Well, you know that Eto si Beda is playing the number 5 position. Aroga is playing the number 4 position. So even if Aroga is playing, I don't see him really guarding the post on a one-on-one against Ola Diogun.
Muhammad Salim missing on that corner triple. Yusei Koga hounded by Alejandro. They go down low, high-low play to Adeogun. Foul was called though. Let's get more from the NU camp with this report by Trisha Robredo.
Well, Anton and Al, with the departure of their key players, the Bulldogs admit that the transition is quite sad and difficult. Pero sabi nga ni Assistant Coach Vicky Casiano, players come and go naman talaga, kaya wala silang ibang choice kundi tanggapin ang realidad at mag-move on na. But contrary to what most may think, the post-Trey Parks era isn't all bad. With the usual go-to guys gone, everyone is given more chances to play and everyone feels an urgency to step up and contribute. Hindi lang natitirang 7 veterans ang kumuha ng responsibilidad, kundi mga rookies na rin. Now, although the boys have responded well to the trainings, they still have a lot to work on at kung ikukumpara sa San Beda ay medyo kulang pa ang trabaho at experience sila. Kaya sabi ni Coach Eric Altamirano at ang bagong King Bulldog na si Glenn Cobontin, we need all the energy today kaya we have to encourage each other. Huwag tayong matakot at laban lang. Back to you, Anton and Alan.
Maraming salamat, Trisha. Well, Coach Alan, I'm sure you know this. Ganito talaga ang buhay sa collegiate basketball. Players will come and go, and you gotta move on with the guys that you have.
That is right. That's a good answer. The part of Coach Vic Casiano. You know, we were talking about Jet Rosario at the start of the ball game. He has improved so much. He has given the right numbers for National University, and I think he's one of the more exciting players to watch out for in the coming UAAP wars.
Jeff Rosario also very experienced, playing for the national team, the youth team, also part of the pool of the national team as well. And looking forward to playing in another UAAP season. Let's go now to Cristel Bachelor.
Anton and Alan, the last time the San Beda Red Lions faced the NU Bulldogs was during last year's semifinals wherein they were defeated. Now, despite this year being a post-Trey Parks era, not to mention with NU also losing a few of their key players, Coach Boyd Fernandez still believes they are playing up against a very solid team. With players stepping up like Glenn Cobontin, Junjun Alejandro, and import Alfred Aroga now playing better and more eager, just like one of their former big men, John Embe, the Red Lions won't be underestimating the Bulldogs. In order to win for today, Coach Boyd said they have to take good care of the ball, limit their turnovers, which pulled them down during their last game versus FEU, and lastly, prevent the fast breaks of NU. Anton and Alan.
Thank you very much, Cristel, for that report. Coach Boyd Fernandez leading San Beda to their 18th championship overall in the NCAA. Kyle Pascual, masyadong mataas para kay Ola yung pasa.
Nang hinayang din ito si Kyle Pascual at yung isip niya, ba't nga ba ganun kataas ang ipinasa ko? Actually, Kyle Pascual can already take that shot. No? That's the advantage of having a Kyle Pascual on the high-low. Pero hindi ka pwedeng mandaya eh. No? Because Kyle can always take that shot.
3-2 is our tally in favor of NU. Tight defense being employed by both squads. Hirap sila makakuha ng puntos.
No open three-point shots this time for Jet Rosario as he was closed out long by Kyle Pascual. Sumabit lang eh, but you know, the defense was there. Pero sumabit lang yung paa nito si Kyle.
Alejandro, pass to Betayene, gets Ola off the ground. Henry Betayene with a nifty move.
Para nakikita ko na yung sinasabi ni Coach Boyet, huwag kang talon ng talon.
Corner triple, no good for Koga. Sayang yung fast break
That's going to
opportunity.
be a lucky break on the part of San Beda. That could have been an open layup right there for JJ Alejandro.
And speaking of San Beda, Coach Boyat calls a timeout with his team down by 3. Hey, this guy looks familiar. The guy on the right side of your screens and the guy behind him, that's Landry Sanjo with the headphones and Justin Abudi. Players from Southwestern University na nakapasok sa semifinal round. Of course, Coach Dindo Pumaren, who's now part of the UE coaching staff.
We're all having a good laugh. Good afternoon. Perfect day for basketball actually. Hindi ganun kainit. No? Actually, malapit-lapit na rin naman talaga mawala yung init. No?
Baseramer.
That's what a veteran can do for you. Coming off the timeout, a three-point shot. coming from Baseramer to tie the ball game.
I still have to get used to that. Baseramer being called a veteran. Can you believe it? He's about to enter his 4th NCAA season. Parang kailan lang napapanood ko si Baser as a youngster from Davao playing for the Red Cubs under Coach Ato Badolado.
Kala ko pa naman, sasabihin mo, parang kailan lang kalaro mo si Baseramer at binabantayan mo si Baseramer.
At eto na, ang ating inaabangan. Alfred Aroga pumasok na para kay Henry Betayene. At pumasok na rin ang isa sa mga kapitan ng NU, Glenn Cobuntin. At Kyle Pascual, ito yung sinasabi mo kanina, Coach, he can hit that jumper.
It's a 5-0 run coming off the timeout for the San Beda Red Lions.
Now, one guy who's benefiting from the absence or the departure. Oh, a block by Ola Diogun on Alfred Aroga. De La Cruz off the glass. It's good.
What a pirouette on the part of Art De La Cruz. Coming from the early break, ano? Bigla na lang.
And it all
Wide.
started with a block. Ito block na to.
What a timing on the part of Ola Adiogun to start the fast break. Ito, good recognition.
Ayan, naglaban ng dalawang yan sa high school. Art De La Cruz and Glenn Cobuntin. Cobuntin was playing for the Letran Squires.
And now an 8-0 run for the San Beda Red Lions. 4:30 remaining. We're in the first quarter.
Aroga able to draw the foul on Ola.
Nakabawi agad coming off the pick and roll. Last line of defense was Ola Adiogun. This time he had to protect that ball, no? Made sure that there was no way for Ola to block that shot.
So good adjustment on the part of the Cameroonian, Alfred Aroga. Would have made a huge difference for the NU side had he been allowed to play in the UAP last year. Alolino. Rosario swings it to Glenn Cobuntin. Hands it off to JJ Alejandro, who will be playing a lot of minutes with the departure of Ray Parks. Alolino missing on the triple. 10-8 is our tally in favor of San Beda. Amer thought about it, moves closer. Amer short. Pascual back to Amer, swings it to Koga. Red Lions will slow it down. Ola wants it underneath. Ola overpowering Aroga, but unable to put it down. A steal by San Beda. Koga bounce pass ahead to De La Cruz. De La Cruz, easy two.
Coming from that steal, actually it was the one-on-one defense that Art De La Cruz had against Jet Rosario. But this time, their early offense naman ang pinakita nitong National University as Jello Alolino scores 2 points.
Tight first quarter we are witnessing here in the last quarterfinal matchup of the Phil Oil Tournament. And Alolino is able to draw a foul on Amer.
Amer was not squared up for that. That's going to be a good call.
Let's take a look at it one more time. Another pair of high school rivals, former high school rivals going at it. Alolino, of course, playing for the Perpetual Altalets before moving on to National University and College. Substitutions. One of the Semerad twins checking in. That's Anthony Semerad, number 6. Napes also coming in for National U.
You know, if there's one thing that Jello Alolino will really have to work on, yung dribble pull-ups niya, no? Now he's one of the taller guards. Nakakita natin, ang galing naman magdala ng bola. But his dribble pull-up is really something. The jumpers, something that he really has to work on.
De La Cruz missing on that 3. Zelda with the rebound. Zelda making his return to the NU lineup after missing out last year. Reden Zelda with a hesitation. Inside pass to Aroga.
Since coming into the ball game, Alfred Aroga scored 5 points. That's just a span of 2.5 minutes.
And NU breaks the deadlock. It takes the lead. Samarat corner triple. And it trickles in.
That's because of the backspin on that shot by Anthony Samarat. And again, the lead for San Beda.
Fourth lead change of this quarterfinal matchup between San Beda and NU. Four-time NCAA champion Rome De La Rosa, last year's captain, and that's Jeff Avillinar. Unfortunately, he's injured. Nabanggit sa atin kanina ni Trisha Robredo, and he will not be able to play this coming UAP season. Jake Pascual supporting his squad as well, another NCAA champion.
And of course, that's Tol Jun beside him, one of the just big supporters. Sabi niya, Tol lang daw siya, si Tol Jun lang daw siya. So magandang hapon sa lahat ng ating mga tagapanood.
At nakita din po ninyo si Dan Sara, not in uniform for San Beda today.
2 minutes. Jello Alolino.
Jello Alolino, like you mentioned, really has to find more ways to put that basket through the hoop. Able to convert on a short jumper.
It's going to be another lead change right here, Anton. 16 to 15.
Maseramer to the corner. Amer lost it. A steal by Zelda. Defense is there for San Beda though. Napes goes into the paint. Napes with a side away.
Actually, that's a hard shot on the part of Napes, a 4-0 run. Now a 3-point lead for National University.
Difficult shot. But Ludovice able to put it through the hoop.
Ito mga scoring guards talaga to ni Coach Boyet Fernandez.
Ludovice, another former Red Cub. Aroga thought about the short jumper, decides to pull up. Alfred Aroga is on fire here in the first.
Kanina, layup, no? Tapos ngayon naman, 15-footer of the outstretched arms of Kyle Pascual.
Masyado malakas yung triple try ni Baser. Ludovice to the corner. Samarat again. Too strong that time. Alolino up ahead to Reden Zelda. And Zelda, that's going to be goaltending on Kyle Pascual.
Taking no chance. Ola Diogon will have to be put back in this ball game.
Alam mo, Coach, parang nagbago ang laro nitong si Alfred Aroga because when we saw him play last year in this Filoil tournament, he could take the ball coast to coast. Parang nagdagdag siya ng mga post moves this year.
And I'm sure that's one thing that Coach Eric Altamirano has done when Alfred Aroga was not given the green light. Look at that challenge, Alfred Aroga, but not that time. Good penetration.
Jeromer Cabanag, one of the non-Red Cub recruits of San Beda this year, but is making an impact here in the Filoil tournament. Ubos ang oras para kay Diputado at dyan po nagtatapos ang ating first quarter. Our score 22-19. Let's take a look at some of the highlights. Ola Adeogun started off hot for the Red Lions, scoring here on a hook over Betayene. At ito naman ang unang basket para sa NU, a 3-point shot by Rosario. Baseramer, of course, knocking down a corner triple. Art De La Cruz also making his presence felt. De La Cruz with 5 points to lead all Red Lions in scoring. At para naman sa panig ng NU, leading them in scoring is Alfred Aroga with 7 points. Once again, at the end of the first, NU leads San Beda 22-19. You're watching the quarterfinals of the 2014 Filoil Flying V Haynes Premier Cup. Nagbabalik po ang aming exclusive ABS-CBN sports coverage ng 2014 Filoil Flying V Haynes Premier Cup.
Second period.
Glad to have you with us. Don Rojas alongside Coach Alan Gregorio. We have, of course, at courtside, Trisha Robredo reporting for NU and Cristel Bachelor for the side of San Beda. An aggressive Glenn Cobontin running over Anthony Semarat. That's an offensive foul.
And I really like the defense that was given by Anthony Semarat against Glenn Cobontin that time. Even before Cobontin got the ball, grabe niyang hustle. At ito, clear as daylight. If you don't call that, I don't know what it is.
Glenn Cobontin playing majority of his basketball career as a big man. Pero ngayon, mukhang mas slick na yung kanyang galaw as a small forward. Let's see if he can improve that further. Kaya lang, San Beda disrupting the fast break opportunity for NU. De La Cruz against Cobontin. Step back. Art De La Cruz, masyado malakas. Zelda with a rebound. That's a foul on Ludovice.
Iba yung nahuli. Ludovice claiming that Zelda was holding on to his jersey. Pero ang ating mga veteranong referee, they're doing a good job. Referee Olivar, Villanueva, and Roque. So siguro yung mga asawa nila, nandito sila, nagtatrabaho. And of course, Coach Yayoy Alcoseba from Cebu.
Wow, Coach Yayoy. Congratulations to Coach Yayoy because Southwestern University, they're in the semifinals at ang mga kalaban nila. De La Salle University matchup ng finals natin
hindi
sa
natin alam
PCCL.
kung kailan dadating dito si Coach Yayoy. Sana dalang tayo ng panga.
Yung mga players nandito na nakita natin, nanunood. Of course, La Salle prevailing over FEU 94-89 earlier today. That was a preview of what should be exciting UAP matchups.
And going to the final minute, lumamang pa yung FEU on the jumper by Mike Tolomia to make it 87-86. Pero nung nag 6-0 run actually ang De La Salle, no? What a ball game.
Yeah, went down the wire. But this one is a highly physical affair and an entertaining one as well. NU versus San Beda, blockbuster afternoon here. It's a Wednesday, pero kanina, puno ang parking, Coach AG.
Hirap, no?
Oh.
I don't even know how you park. Saan ka nag-park?
Nakachamba ako may umalis So I was able to take a parking spot. Alfred Daroga, meanwhile, continuing to dominate. He's got 8 points.
Yeah, the good thing with Alfred Daroga, you were talking about it. The first time we covered him, he was legit to be a 3 and a 4, no?
Yeah, kaya.
Pero ngayon, talagang sinabi siguro ni Coach Eric kung saan ko pwedeng gamitin yung advantage niya. And on the dribble, if it's gonna be all-out, who's gonna be guarding Alfred Daroga, mas may speed si Alfred Daroga.
Yeah. Pero may power. Itong si Ola. Just ramming Alfred Daroga, and he's able to score over him. 6'9" Ola Deogon versus the 6'7" Alfred Daroga. Some big bodies banging down low. Zelda against Cabanag. And Zelda just lost the handle. O nga pala, binabati din namin ang ating idol, Kevin Alas. Thank you, Kevs, for watching.
Kanina, pinakita natin si Coach Mike, no? Tsaka si Coach Josh Reyes.
Scouting.
Of course, si Coach Mike ang chief lieutenant ni Coach Yayo Alcoseba. That's a court-to-court right there. Glenn Cobontin. 5-point lead for National University and a pressing defense being shown by NU.
5-point lead for NU. And let's take a look at this drive. I was just talking about the improved dribbling and maneuvering of Glenn Cobontin. For Letran, he was a big man, played big man his first couple of years in NU. Ngayon, mukhang solid na siya as a small forward. JP Mendoza, nobody there to challenge him.
You know, the good thing with JP Mendoza, he can actually take that shot already. That's why they closed out on him and just took one dribble. Okay, tama, ganda na finish. This guy is also a veteran actually for Coach Boyet Fernandez.
Now let's get an update on the NU side. Once again, here's Trisha Robredo.
You know what, Anton and Alan, a lot of things may have changed for National U, but their philosophy remains the same. We will play and win on defense. Bago nga magsimula ang laro, paulit-ulit na pinaalala ni Coach E sa kanyang mga manlalaro na mahabaan lang ang pasensya sa depensa dahil dito naman lahat nagsisimula. He asks the boys to put in extra effort in containing the guards and in limiting San Beda's offensive possessions, especially Olas. He also expects big men Alfred Araga and Henry Batayanet to be aggressive on rebounds. Sabi niya nga, take advantage of your height and when you get the ball, run and take the best shot. Back to you, Anton and Alan.
Maraming salamat, Trisha. NU was the #1 offensive team in the UAP last year, but San Beda, the best in terms of defense in the NCAA. Semerad, Anthony, that is, missing on that baseline J.
You know, Anton, another very interesting trivia. You know, alam mo yung the student and the teacher, Coach Boyet actually played for Coach Eric in the pros.
Wow.
Ayan. So, kita mo, they both preach defense. They're both lefties. Two of the best guards who ever played in the professionals. And here they are preaching the ball game.
NU, the 4th best defensive team in the UAP last year. Of course, Coach Eric would like his squad to improve on that. Cobuntin with a power rebound. And look at him go. Glenn Cobuntin able to draw a foul.
And it's not gonna stop. I think I see some blood right here on Glenn Cobuntin.
Number 8, JP Mendoza.
Oh, man. That's like the cut Nonito Donaire sustained sa kanyang laban kontra kay Simpiwe Vetieka. Oh, that's a
Pero
nasty cut.
hindi pwedeng itigil ng laro na to, tapos mananalo na yung NU.
walang scorecards dito. Walang scorecards
Okay,
dito.
okay.
Okay, magbabalik po ang quarterfinals ng Filoil Tournament ng 2014. You're still here with us on ABS-CBN Sports and Action, checking out this matchup between NU and San Beda. Let's take a look at what happened here. Glenn Cobuntin going coast to coast. Oh, he got caught by an elbow. Looks like JP Mendoza on the same spot where Nonito Donaire suffered a headbutt in his WBA Featherweight Championship match against Simpiwe Vetieka. You know, that cut required 11 stitches to close.
Laki nun.
11 stitches, Coach.
Wow.
That's just unfortunate.
2 shots for Jello Alolino plus
And let's just hope that Glenn Cobuntin is fine. Actually, madugo talaga yan, you know, somewhere there. And it's going to be Jello Alolino is going to be taking the 2 free throws on that unsportsmanlike foul that was called on JP Mendoza.
Flailing his right arm. And very unfortunate that his elbow caught the left eye of Glenn Cobuntin.
Well, I felt it was really accidental, no? Dahil na-protectionan na actually ni Glenn Cobuntin yung bola, eh, no? Jello Alolino making 1 out of 2. Yun yung kine-question actually ni Coach Boyet why a flagrant was called on JP Mendoza.
Yeah, in my opinion, it didn't look intentional also. But I guess because of the blood and the damage that it caused, perhaps the referees felt that there was something there. All right, let's get more from the San Beda side. Here's Cristel Bachelor.
Anton and Alan, Coach Boyd Fernandez has been constantly reminding the Red Lions to stick to the game plan. And those changes just for the sake of challenging the shot. Ito rin daw kasi isa sa mga nagpatalo sa kanila noong kanilang huling laban. But during that recent huddle, even the boys themselves admitted that they weren't executing properly and they heard them challenging one another to recover and attack for this quarter. There is really the sense of urgency now catching up with the team. Sabi nga sa akin kanina ni Coach Boyet, every game is an important game for us. crucial man o hindi. It will be good if we qualify to the quarterfinals. Nonetheless, this tournament has been a good training for us coming into the opening of the Mother League. Anton and Alan.
Thank you so much, Cristel, for that report. San Beda, of course, training in Lithuania right before the start of this tournament, winning their first 5 games before losing against FEU by 10 points. So they are looking to bounce back here. FEU, of course, eliminated by LaSalle in our first matchup. Here's a steal by Baser. Baser against Javelona. Baser Amer!
Baser Amer!
5 points now for the 4th-year guard.
I mean, siguro mga natututunan niya kay Kevin Alas eh. Parang Kevin Alas yung tira na yan, ha?
Kaya lang si Kevin umuupo sa ere yun.
Anin na lang kalamangan dito ng koponan ng NU as Alfred Aroga. He really feels he can take on Ola Adeogun from the outside. And I think that's a good ploy on the part of Coach Eric Altamirano. No, you cannot go post up, take him from the outside, take him on the dribble.
Barako Bull, power rebound. Barako Bull, swak sa lakas, swak sa sarap. And this game before, Glenn Cobuntin got caught with that wayward elbow.
Mamaya tatanong natin kay Tricia kung kamusta na itong
Yes.
si Glenn Cobuntin, ha?
And speaking of Tricia, here's an update on the NU side.
Well, Anton and Alan, just an update on Captain Glenn Cobuntin's injury. Sabi niya sa akin na siko raw siya, kaya ngayon ay dumudugo pa ang kanyang kaliwang mata. Now, as of the moment, sterile strips are being applied to him para daw ma-approximate yung sugat. In the dugout nga kanina, medyo nagmamadali si Glenn Cobuntin bumalik, pero sabi daw nila coach na magpahinga muna siya. But on the second half, he most probably will come back next day. Anton?
Maraming salamat, Tricia. That was a quick update.
Well, you know, I texted Tricia and after kung ano
What?
kung ano na nangyari, ha? Bilis, no?
24-second shot on violation.
Meanwhile, the 6-point lead by NU,
Timeout, San Beda,
31-25. And we have a timeout. Magbabalik po ang 2014 Filoil Flying V Haynes Premier Cup. The ever-serious Coach Juno Sauler, the master of the De La Salle camp.
Can you say that to Benji Paras, the ever-serious Benji Paras? Can you say that?
Only when you don't know him. Only when you look at him like this. But he's one of the funniest men alive. Why is he sitting in the stands though, Coach AG?
Well, he just wants to watch it from up there, you know. Doing his observation, one of the assistant coaches actually for the San Beda Red Lions.
It's just unusual to me that he's up there in the stands. Meanwhile, a technical foul was issued on Coach Boyet Fernandez.
For entering the court.
Kaya naman, itong si Pau Javelona taking some free throws, missing the first though.
Well, Coach Boyet will have to watch it. He's talking to Hector Villanueva. Sinasabi niya, bakit na naman ako... Nako, isa na namang tuhog dito para kay Ola Adeogun. And now it's Coach Boyet who's telling Ola, sit down.
Ola is a guy you know well, Coach AG.
Told you.
Plays for you, and you were telling me before this game that Ola's very emotional, and sometimes he goes overboard.
Foul on number 10, Ola Adeogun, for continuous complaining.
And Javelona just missed 2 technical free throws. And let's take a look at what happened here. Ola Adeogun, a very animated Ola, talking to one of our referees, and there, slapped with a technical foul.
You know, Ton, just like what we always preach, you've got to use your emotions in the positive way. And at this point, medyo masyadong maraming negative emotions ang inilalabas ng San Beda. They're in this ball game, but a lot of technical fouls have already been called against San Beda. They've got to focus on the ball game.
So that's one issued on Coach Boyet and one on Ola.
Offensive foul,
Alolino
number
able to
21,
knock down
Andre
2
Beda,
technical free
his
throws,
third.
but that's an offensive foul. That's the third on Jeff Rosario, and Tristan Perez will check into the ball game for the first time.
Much improved Tristan
Yeah.
Perez. You know, going back to San Beda, I'm sure team manager Jude Roque will also have to address this emotional thing happening to San Beda.
Amer, wide open. Tonko, corner triple is good.
Randall Tonko.
Ranbil Tonko, youth player, also former San Beda Red Cub. A factory of players.
Roy Rosario.
He has always had that shot. I'm so amazed. He stands legitimately 6'6". That's Jet Rosario and has taken several outside shots and made them.
Koga looking for Ola. Ola has Art de la Cruz behind him. Pero Ola gustong bumawi after that technical foul.
All number 10, Tristan Perez. David Cimarron for Ola Diogon.
Dave Semerad finally checking
Shot
in.
clock 14 seconds.
Kanina pinag-uusapan natin yung mga nanonood sa atin sa Cebu. Ngayon naman from Baguio, Coach Jalma Arnedo. Have a good afternoon. Get well soon, bro. Nice ball game we're watching, but still an 8-point lead as Yusei Koga. Ngayon, nakita mo yung mga corner jumpers, they're setting up the guards
2 minutes.
for those open jumpers.
That's the first triple for Yusei Koga. At ito na yung sinasabi mo. Tristan Perez much improved. Una nating nakita yung improvement niya sa PCCL actually.
Actually, he already knows how to do his stuff inside the paint as
Art de la Cruz.
yun talaga, amuyan na lang yun. Alam na alam nitong si Baser Amer kung nasaan si Art de la Cruz for the Guinea.
Teammates since high school, winning a championship together. The last time that Coach Atoba Dolato coached actually, team players niya si Amer tsaka si De La Cruz. They go inside to De La Cruz, trying to get it to Dave Semerad. Semerad taps it out of bounds.
Shot clock 22 seconds.
Coach Boyet, frustrating first half for him. But his team only down by 5. Here's Alejandro, taking on the much smaller Tonko. Perez swings it to Alolino. Perez, baseline J, nothing but net.
Kanina inside the paint, now a 12-footer for Tristan Perez. This is going to be a 2-for-1 opportunity on the part of San Beda.
Tonko steps back, swings it to Koga. Koga steps back for 3. Koga knocks it down.
That's going to be a very tough shot on the part of Koga and achieve nila yung 2-for-1. Pero konting-konti lang. Just a 2-second disparity between game clock and shot clock.
San Beda team manager Jude Roque says that Koga is their best 3-point shooter. A steal here by Baser Amer. Amer beats Rosario. A strong finish for the Red Lions to close out the first half. Let's take a look at the action. This was the matchup we were talking about at the start of the game. Aroga versus Ola. Napes scoring there. Koga knocking down baskets from all angles. He had 2 triples towards the end of the first half. And this was the last basket of the first half. Baser Amer picking the pocket of the offensive player and scoring on the break. Halftime stats, analysis, and more when we come back. Intense basketball action from right here at the arena in San Juan City. Quarterfinals of the 2014 Filoil Flying V Haynes Premier Cup. 39-37 is our tally. NU leads the 4-time NCAA champions, San Beda College.
You know, so many lead changes we've seen here in the first half. A lot of deadlocks, and at the end of the first half, just a 2-point lead for the National University Bulldogs. As you can see, field goals, 15 out of 30. Very good field goal shooting on the part of NU, and almost 50% on the part of San Beda. That's about 48%, 16 out of 33. Ang free throws naman, 8 out of 12. NU, may kita mo, no? Na talagang very aggressive ang kupunan ni Coach Eric Altamirano, and only 1 out of 1 for San Beda. Turnovers almost the same, pero points of turnovers. Diyan nabuhay ang kupunan ni Coach Boyet. 8 as against only 2 for NU.
Ngayon naman, bigyan natin ng pansin ang ating mga leading scorers for National University. Coming off the bench, Alfred Aroga, supalpal siya ni Ola in his first attempt, but Aroga able to adjust, and he got going. 11 points for him. Jello Alolino, a guy that really has to step up and put some points on the board kasi nga wala na si Ray Parks, wala na si John Embe. He has 9 points. De La Cruz leads San Beda with 7 points, and his buddy Basera Mer also equaled his output with 7 points as well. Towards the end of the first quarter, Yusei Koga knocked down a pair of triples, so he's got 6.
Here we can see Aroga with 11 points coming off the bench. He went in with 5:04 remaining the first quarter. Alolino had 9, Rosario had 5, both coming from the outside. Art De La Cruz, Basera Mer, you talked about it. And of course, Yusei Koga with 6 points. Visibly, nakikita natin dito, no? Hinahanap natin where is the scoring of Ola Adiogun, who's averaging 17.3 points per ball game and almost 12 rebounds.
Ola Diogun with 4 points and 7 rebounds in this match, but he also has 1 technical foul. Now both camps very serious before taking the floor here for the start of the second half. This is a knockout match. Ang mananalo, makakatapat ang CEU unbeaten dito sa ating tournament. 7 wins, no losses. Siyempre, ang Centro Escolar University, sila po ang NAASCU champions. And they've got a solid team with mythical 5 members of the NAASCU tournament. Alvin Abundo, their starting point guard. And the MVP of the NAASCU tournament, Joseph Sedorifa. And an all-around big man, si Rodrigue Ebondo. So yan ang ating mapapanood mula sa CEU this coming Friday. We have to see who they will face. Will it be San Beda or NU? Stay tuned. Anthony Semerad knocking down a jumper to tie things up.
And that's going to be the second 3-point shot coming from Anthony. And now they're closing out long against Alfred Aroga. Tough shot, and it can't get any tougher than that, Anton.
Over the outstretched arms of Ola Diogun. That was a fadeaway. De La Cruz, good fake. Ola Diogun trying to get it back, and that's a foul on Aroga.
That's going to be the 8th rebound coming from Ola Diogun. Nice up and under move. Look at that fadeaway right there by Alfred Aroga. He's got 13 points. We talked about their matchup, and Ola will really have to do something to defend against Alfred Aroga, who has been taking it from everywhere.
That's the difference. Ola Diogun, he really plays on the inside. He's a defensive force. Aroga is more versatile when it comes to offense. And Len Cobuntin, what heart. Look at that. He's got a plaster over that cut, which looked as long as the cut of Nonito Donaire. But showing us that he's got the heart of a warrior. He's the captain of this NU squad along with Jello Alolino. This is a good example to his teammates.
Wanted to go back into the ball game after suffering that cut. That was asked by their team trainer. Teka lang, tignan muna natin kung gaano kalaki ang cut na yan. Which was accidentally hit actually by JP Mendoza. It's going to be another outside shot. I don't know where that pass, what Baser had in mind for giving that pass to Jello Alolino.
San Beda trying to run as soon as they get the rebound. Crossover by JJ Alejandro. Bounce pass to Alfred Aroga.
From JJ Alejandro.
And Ola is shaking his head. Hindi niya alam kung paano nakakalusot itong si Aroga.
And he's got a total of 15 points, correct me if I'm wrong. And what makes it very hard actually is taking it in front of Ola Adeogun. Another three-point shot. That's going to be the third for Anthony Semerad, and he's really keeping the hopes of San Beda alive. Every time they need points, it's Anthony Semerad who's giving them that three-point shot. Kanina naman, ito, depensa naman. Anthony Semerad na naman to.
Up ahead, and Yusei Koga able to finish.
Credit will have to go to Anthony. Great one-on-one defense against Glenn Cobuntin.
You were right about Aroga's output, 15 points in the game. And he gets the ball back from JJ Alejandro. And because of the aggressiveness of these Bulldogs, they're getting to the line. Let's take a look at this nice crossover by Alejandro. Bounce pass to Aroga. And Ola unable to get to him in time. Can you imagine what type of threat NU would have become if Aroga was able to play in last year's tournament?
Well, and he's proving it now. He didn't start this ball game. He's only averaging 12.6 points per game, and he's got 16. And we're only in the start of the third quarter, but he misses on the second free throw. Alfred Aroga ties the ball game anew.
Fifth deadlock here in this final quarterfinals matchup. LaSalle and Southwestern already set the face-off on Friday. Semerad has caught fire here in the third.
And that's going to be the first two-point shots taken by Anthony Semerad, and he's now in double digits with 11.
Let's get an update on the Bulldogs. Here's Trisha Robredo.
And Conan Allen, the Bulldogs practice yesterday, Coach E highlighted two very important points. Una, pinaalala niya sa boys, ang San Beda is isang mature and experienced team, which is why he expects them to play smart. In offense, Coach wants them to take advantage of fast break opportunities, pero kung alanganin ay balasahin muna ang bola bago umatake. On the other hand, he's satisfied with how they're executing their defensive strategy. Sabi niya nga, nakahabol lang naman ng San Beda because they made their outside shots. Whatever happens, I want you to stick to our game plan and of course persevere. Now the second message he wanted to carry across is that this is going to be a physical game. He asks the Bulldogs to be more patient and to toughen up fast. Sabi niya nga, this may be an expectation a little too much for the young team, pero sabi nga ng Bulldogs, ina-accept naman nila ang challenge. Sigaw nga nilang lahat, together and NU fight. Back to you, Anton and Alan.
Thank you very much, Trisha. JJ Alejandro preventing the fast break opportunity for San Beda. Indeed, it has been a physical affair in this last quarterfinal matchup. Kyle Pascual was able to hit some of those long jumpers early on. Ola Adeogun able to tip it in.
That's where he makes a living. Ola Adeogun. He's got 10 rebounds, he's got 8 points, and gets the lead back to San Beda Red Lions.
Alolino wants it at the post against Koga. Alolino fades away. Rebound, Kyle Pascual. Here comes Amer. Baser slices through, and he will head to the line for two.
And that's just pure talent on the part of Baser Amer, taking it strong against three white shirts who all sprinted down for transition defense, but still 2 free throws for Baser Amer.
He will take those free throws when we come back. L.A. Revilla, a former San Beda Red Cub himself. Of course, coming off a great year in the UAP, graduating as a champion for De La Salle University.
And I'm sure he's here to support Coach Eric Altamirano, who actually is very, very close to him. Going back to this ball game, something that we really have to check, Anton, is how many lead changes we've had
We've had 6.
Baser-Amer sinks his first free throw. The veteran.
The veteran.
Natatawa ka, ha? Baser-Amer, the veteran.
You know, Beda has spent 5 years playing for San Beda, and in each of those years, nag-champion siya. 2 champion as a Red Cub, 3 championships as a Red Lion. Ano ba ang kailangan patunayan nitong si Beda, Coach AG?
Wala na, no? Wala na. Consistency na lang. And of course, I think if there's one thing that Baser will really have to improve on, it's his individual defense.
Beda grabs a rebound, accelerates. Amer looking for a teammate, he slows it down. Let's go quickly now to Cristel Bachelor.
Anton and Alan, among the many reminders of Coach Boyd Fernandez earlier, the most memorable would probably be his words, "Akin ang technical sa inyo ang laro. Play the game the way you know it can and just focus." The specific reminder was given because the boys were a bit distracted during the first half. Now coming into this quarter, Coach wants them not to rush, relax and control their turnovers. In order to win, they must also stick to the rules, pressure the opponents and contain them, and challenge the shots. Kumpara nga kanina sa mood ng koponan, mas nakita kong mas ganado na sila ngayon, lalo pa nakakahabol na sila. Anton and Alan.
At nakalamang pa.
Nakalamang na, yun, oh. Parang ano no? Parang action star, no? Akin ang technical foul sa inyong laro. Ha?
Parinig yun, para kay Ola.
Ha? Exactly.
If Ola gets called for another technical, he's gone.
And I'm sure he's going to hold on to his emotions. Otherwise, he will never hear the end of it from Coach Boyd Fernandez and Coach Jude Roque.
Anthony Semerad has really exploded here in the third quarter. 9 points in this quarter alone.
And a total of 13 points for Anthony.
And he grabs a rebound here. Beda telling his teammates to get down quickly. In and out dribble. Amer serving the floor up top to Ola Diogun, who could not finish.
And he just could not believe why he missed that shot right there and take away 1 assist from Beda.
And look at the reaction from Ola.
Sayang, yung mukha niya parang iiyak na eh. Ang nyari, sabi niya, ang nyari. Pero 6 na to, kalamangan dito ng San Beda. And he's now scoring. He knows he's got to score. He knows he's got to score.
At itong si Ola, talagang nagtatagalog yan. He's been here for a long time, serving his residency and then playing 2 NCAA seasons for San Beda. One of the nicest guys you can come around. Very emotional though on the basketball court. His team is on top by 8. Inyo pong natutunghayan ng kampo ni Coach Boyd Fernandez. San Beda College looking to make history this coming NCAA Season 90. Naka 4 straight championships na sila. They want to tie the record of San Sebastian of 5 championships. 5 straight championships.
Isa pa pinag-usapan natin dito, tandaan natin last year. It's the same squad that booted them out of the semifinals, talking about National University beating them by 14 points last year in this very same tournament.
You're right. You're right about that, Coach AG, in the semifinals. Yun nga, nanalo ang NU kontra sa San Beda.
Alam mo, hindi mo alam, binabasa ko yung notes mo eh.
Meanwhile, Kyle Napes knocking down a much-needed triple to stop the bleeding for NU. Amer, Aroga comes out to help. Semerad, Anthony Semerad.
He is red hot, and we feel it from here. He's got a total of 16 points.
What a huge boost off the bench for Coach Boyd Fernandez. He has been the difference for the Red Lions here in the third. Oh, errant pass by Zelda, intended for Aroga. And Amer wisely slowing things down. Amer goes inside. Floater with the left hand. Kyle Pascual able to draw a foul.
And he also cannot believe why he missed
Number 12,
that
Glenn
follow-up.
Gabuntin. Royal Rosario for Glenn Gabuntin.
He followed on the shot. He knew that Baser was going to miss that shot. Yan yung sinasabi, no, na amuyan lang, alam mo na, nako, hindi ito yung tira ni Baser. Coach Adonis Tierra telling Baser Amer a thing or two. As Kyle Pascual sinks his first free throw, 9-point lead for San Beda.
The captain also graduating after NCAA season 90, looking to do what Rome did for San Beda last year, deliver a championship. Alolino, he has to be a leader here in this post-Ray Parks era for NU. He gets the ball up top, 6 to shoot. Jello against Ola. Jello outside to Rosario with 2 to shoot. Bitin ang kanyang triple try. Zelda with a loose ball, and that's going to be a foul. And Ola can't believe it.
And that's going to be a tiki-taki foul on the part of Ola Diogun. He didn't really have to reach out, something that he has to learn.
It's David Seminat for Ola Diogun.
So Ola will step out. Ola Diogun's got 3 personal fouls. And now the Semirant twins on the floor together for the first time in this contest. A steal by Amer, and that's a foul on Alolino.
And it's actually just a good defense is being done by San Beda here in the third quarter that's giving them this lead. As Baser Amer again troops
Shooting 2, Baser Amer.
to the free throw line.
At dumami na, Coach AG, ang free throw attempts ng San Beda. Remember, they only had 1 free throw attempt in the first half.
Coming in for the first time for Anthony
And I'm sure the coaching staff were able to point that out. They're not so aggressive in taking it to the hoop. As Baser Amer again hits the first free throw.
Another high school standout from the Red Cubs on the floor, JV Mokon, number 19. Also a champion in the juniors division of the NCAA.
And talking about another Red Cub, here's Deputado, but now playing and wearing a different uniform.
Well, that's nothing new. Remember a couple of years ago, si Van Ludovice played for NU, pero balik siya sa San Beda after a couple of years. And speaking of Diputado, he's able to get a floater to go.
And that kind of a shot is not a shot of a rookie at all, Anton.
And he's playing defense right now on another former Red Cup, Baser Amer. Pascual, not that time. Rebound, Zelda. Zelda to Napes. Thought about it. Zelda pulls up for 3. Zelda knocks it down.
Malayo yun. Meron pala itong si Zelda noon. Kanina, he hesitated that shot. Sinabihan siya ng coaching staff, why didn't you take that open shot? And now, 6-point lead, big 3 points coming from Zelda.
Cuts the lead down to 6. Amer slices through. Koga pulls up for 3. No. Zelda with the board. Behind the back dribble. Zelda attacks. Zelda is able to get it to drop. Welcome back, Reden Zelda.
Right.
3-point shot, and right here, a fast break of the game powered by Star Mobile. Octafast, Octaphones.
After a 3-point shot, a 3-point opportunity, 6 straight points coming from Zelda. And now just a 3-point lead. Ito, Tristan Perez, maganda pinakita nito sa second quarter.
Perez was able to knocked down 2 baskets for a total of 4 points in that second quarter, defending Dave Semerad. Mocon, errant pass. Mocon gets it back. Still some rookie jitters here for Mocon. Ranbil Tonko, Mocon with the rebound. And Amer and the rest of the Red Lions can play for the last shot of the third. 62-59. Baser breaks free. 5 to shoot. Outside. Mocon knocks it down. JV Mocon.
Pag makuha lang pala niya yung bola, wala nang jitters para kay JV Mocon. Open 3-point shot. Great setup job by Baser Amer.
6-point lead for San Beda. Let's see if Glenn Cobuntin and Alfred Oroga can try to come up with a comeback attempt as we head to the fourth quarter of this final quarterfinals matchup in the 2014 Filoil Flying V Haynes Premier Cup, brought to you by ABS-CBN Sports. Isang quarter na lang ang nalalabi dito sa ating quarterfinal round sa 2014 Filoil Flying V Haynes Premier Cup. Thank you for joining us. Anton Rojas and Coach Alan Gregorio on the call. At courtside, we have Trisha Robredo reporting for NU and Cristel Bachelor for San Beda. Winner moves on to the semifinals for the right to face the NAAFSCU champions, Centro Escolar University Scorpions. Of course, the other semi-final pairing is set. It is LaSalle versus Southwestern University. That should be interesting. Mac Talio will get another shot at his former squad.
Shot clock 16 seconds.
Coach Boyet issued a technical in the first half. Coach Eric Altamirano has been shuffling his lineups, trying to find the right combination all throughout the game, Coach.
Shot clock 14 seconds.
And you know, one person who I would really want to see is Kawilan.
Yeah.
Coming from
NU.
the NU Bullpups.
I also want to see Rafael Atanga, former finals MVP for the NU Bullpups. Kasama sa Filoil lineup. Still finding a way to earn their minutes though.
Number 19, taking over his first one on San Beda. 2 shots for Troy Rosario.
That's something that Jet Rosario will really have to do, no? With his health, with his height, with his athleticism. He's got to play more inside. Jet Rosario. Yung 5 points niya kasi lahat nanggaling sa labas eh.
Eight points for Rosario. His team down by 5.
Well, he scored 14 points the last time out, Jet Rosario. Now he's got 9. Very manageable lead, actually.
The young point guard, Ranbil Tonko, being shown a lot of trust. And speaking of trust, JV Mocon, another triple. The rookies coming out to play today. And a steal by Abarkar. Another Red Cub. Look at Tonko, the young point guard, directing the traffic. Tonko to Pascual. That's a 3. Too strong. Diputado. Lob pass up top to Rosario. Kicks it out to Zelda. Zelda with a crossover. Zelda pulls up for three. In and out.
Some action between Tristan Perez and David Semerad.
Holding foul number 22. Ranville Tonko.
But it's going to be called on Ranville Tonko. Hindi ko nakita kasama siya doon eh. O, kita mo. Paano nakasama doon si Tonko? Doon pala siya kay Diputado. So hindi naman pa. Mali yung pinapanood natin eh.
Meanwhile, Ola Diogun sent in by Coach Boyet. At ang pang-counter syempre ni Coach Eric, Alfred Aroga. Both these guys, monster games. And Aroga once again beats Ola. 18 points now for Alfred Aroga.
Well, he knows what to do. He cannot go up straight up or post up against Ola Diogun. Again, he's got to take him off the dribble.
68-63 in favor of the four-time NCAA champions looking for their first ever Filoil crown. Tonko with a crossover. Tonko pulls up. Tonko, nothing but net.
Ganda nung defense ang ginawa ni Diputado. But coming off, again, that's just skills. And very high quality of basketball coming from Tonko. As we see another man. Sino to?
It's Napes. Looks like he got hit at the back of the head. Delikado yan. Now let's take a look at this. Okay, we see the crossover by Tonko. This was that shot by Ranville Tonko, young point guard. Also another product of the RP youth team. Let's get an update on the NU side. Here's Trisha Robredo.
Don't lose focus and don't lose heart. These were the words of Coach Eric in the huddle before the start of the fourth quarter. Masyado nga raw na-rattle ang Bulldogs so nakahabol at nakalamang ang Beda Red Lions. Kaya naman hindi sila naka-execute ng maayos. Now, while Coach was careful not to take away the credit from the Red Lions, he believes that the Bulldogs were too passive on defense and quite scattered on offense. Kaya naman sabi niya, mag-usap at pakiramdaman niyo ang isa't isa and most importantly, work and stay together. Now, in the huddle, the veterans took the initiative to boost the morale of the team. Sabi nga ni Jello Alolino, hindi pa naman tapos ang laban. Huwag tayong susuko at huwag tayong bumitaw. Back to you, Anton and Dallin.
Thank you very much, Trisha. We still have more than 6 minutes to play here in the fourth. Still a whole lot of basketball here at the arena in San Juan. Aroga actually almost getting a steal off of Tonko.
You see the big heart of Alfred Aroga coming from that offense. This time he really wanted to get that ball off the rookie Tonko.
And Tonko from way out. Ola Diogun with rebound number 10.
Sabi nga ni Ola, dito buhay ko sa loob ng paint. That's just pure body strength. Alfred Aroga, ito good gesture to. Coming from Alfred, I should say. As Ola sinks his first free throw. Is he already in double digits, si Ola?
Yep, Ola Diogun's got 11 points after that free throw. So, the usual numbers from Ola. Double-double performance again.
17.3, no? Almost his average. Lapit na. Haba pa oras, 6 and 20. Pero si Aroga, more than his average na.
20 points na si Alfred Aroga. But he's only got 3 rebounds. Diputado crossing up Tonko, spins. Diputado finds a way through and lays it in.
Are you sure these guys are rookies?
It's always nice to see new blood. And Coach Boyet wants that basket to count.
Close call. Look at this. Coming from the crossover. Nice spin. And an up and under over Ola Diogun.
Five points separating the two teams. Tonko. Oh! Alfred Aroga swats the shot.
Ginawa ni Diputado sa kabila eh. na gusto gawin ni Tongko. O ito, over Aroga. Ito sabi ni Aroga, ano ka? That's just pure guts actually in the part of Tongko to take it strong against Alfred Aroga. As Abarcar, well set up for this baseline jumper, misses on that one. 5-point lead. Still that running game from National University at all times.
Gobontin, his shoelaces untied. And he's running down the floor with his shoelaces untied. De La Cruz swings it to Abarcar. Ola wants it down low. Mocon, he's hit a couple. JV Mocon, not that time. Gobontin, the slashing game. And he will head back to the line for two.
Taking it strong all the time. Glenn Cobuntin.
I'd like to get an update on the San Beda side. Here's Cristel Bachelor.
Anton and Alan, Coach Boyd Fernandez attributes their lead not to their offense but to their defense. So he instructed the boys to continue making their stops, play the same defense, and don't force their shots. Compared to earlier, I saw Coach and the Red Lions no longer rattled. In fact, Coach Boyd didn't even need to drop a lot of reminders in the recent huddles. However, it is still a manageable lead, so Coach doesn't want the boys to loosen up just yet. Anton and Alan?
Thank you very much, Cristel. Well, they can't because this is a resilient Bulldogs bunch. NU was down already by as many as 11, 62 to 51. And right now, the lead of San Beda is just 3. De La Cruz to Semerad. Anthony Semerad drives. Anthony Semerad!
From the outside, inside, 15-footers, now taking it on the dribble. What a ball game being displayed by Anthony Semerad. And that's not easy because that's over 6'6" Jet Rosario.
The Phil Aussie, Anthony Semerad. 17 big points to lead all Red Lions in scoring. Make that 18.
Siguro yung kinain ito, kangaroo steak, no? Nakatikim ka na ba nun? Kangaroo steak? Ay,
Libre mo ako. Libre mo ako after this game.
Wala yata dito eh. Si Alolino, hindi pa raw tapos ang basketball, taking that time against Art De La Cruz.
Koga thought about it wisely, deciding to pull it back out.
Tingin siya kay Coach Boyet eh. Sabi ni Coach Boyet, teka, relax lang.
De La Cruz to Semerad. This will be big.
Are
Anthony
you
Semerad.
serious? 21 big points for Anthony Semerad and back to a 9-point lead. But you talked about the resiliency of National University, Anton.
The 4th triple of Anthony Semerad in the contest. And the lead is back to 9. At si Coach Boya showing a lot of trust in Tongko. Basaramer has not come back.
I was just going to mention that actually. He has been playing major minutes and more importantly here in the 4th quarter.
Naagawan si Ola, and Ola trying to get it back. Was called for a foul.
Let's wait for about 2 seconds before a Basaramer is being brought back into the game.
Ayan na. Kyle Pascual and Basaramer set to check back in as you saw that triple once again by Anthony Semerad. Magbabalik po ang 4th quarter ng NU kontra San Beda. I see Rome De La Rosa, former King Lion. And I believe that's Melvin Holper of Southwestern University Cobras. Was not in uniform, but he was seated on the bench of the Cobras in the quarterfinal match of Southwestern University the other day. And that's Adam Mohammed playing exceptionally well for Coach Jairo Alcoseba. They will face off against De La Salle University this coming Friday sa semifinals.
Pag meron ba ang tinuro dito sa crowd, kilala mo lahat? yung lolo ni ganyan, pag tinuro, alam mo ba pangalan niya? Parang lahat, alam mo lahat eh.
Nine-point lead for the Red Lions. 78-69. Cobontin looks up at the clock. Cobontin, half spin. Cobontin. Rebound, Anthony Semerad.
Playing the game of his life, actually, Anthony Semerad. But we know he can play. He can defend. But now that he's given the minutes, he's proving to Coach Boyet why he deserves more. What a ball game.
De La Cruz against Cobontin. Was not able to manufacture a good shot because of the contact. Alolino slices through. Jello bitin ang kanyang tira. Koga with the rebound.
Time is now running out on the part of National University Bulldogs. This is just poised basketball being displayed right here by San Beda. And of
Samarad to Pascual. Too strong on the baseline, Jay. And De La Cruz thought it was off of Rosario.
Only 2 minutes and 32 seconds, and we don't see Ola Deogun anywhere in the court for Coach Boyet.
Well, let's see if they will go to Aroga and try to take advantage with Ola on the bench. Crucial possession for NU. They go inside, Rosario, and the foul.
This is great adjustment on the part of National University, knowing that Rosario has the advantage. And we were just talking about Ola Diogon coming in soon. You cannot afford not to have Ola Diogon at this point of the ball game.
Ola Adeogun with 4 personal fouls. He's got 12 rebounds and 12 points. Rosario unable to complete the three-point play.
That's going to be a big free throw miss going to the final 2 minutes of this exciting ball game.
What a battle it has been. San Beda versus NU. NU's lead was as high as 8 at one point in this game. San Beda's lead was as high as 11. Last 2 minutes brought to you by Haynes. Baser Amer with a clutch basket.
And if it's the last 2 minutes, you've got to go again to your veterans. And who's used to winning? Baser Amer.
13 points for Baser Amer. And that looks like number 5 on Ola. Pero balikan muna natin itong kalaw ni Baser Amer. Schooling JJ Alejandro. Ola, his afternoon is done, and he hopes his teammates can carry on without him.
Coach Boyet not so happy with that call. Referee sees otherwise. Ola Diogun is out of this ball game on 5 fouls. 2 free throws. Ola Diogun. This is not at all a one ball game. No problem on the first free throw. Alfred Aroga, again, no problem on the second. 3 possession ball game still. Plenty of time remaining. 1 minute and 42 seconds.
And Alolino nearly coming up with a steal. And you applying the press.
Shot clock, 20 seconds.
Beda will have to call a timeout.
Coach Boyet calls one with his squad up by 7.
We will have the battle for 3rd place in the junior division. It's Ateneo and La Salle Green Hills. At 11:15, the battle for 3rd place in the women's division. the UP Lady Maroons and the CEU Lady Scorpions, followed at 2 p.m. by the first semifinal between Southwestern University of Cebu and the De La Salle Green Archers, and at 4 p.m. the CEU Scorpions.
Here, taking a look at the NU camp trying to survive. They are down by 7 with 1 minute and 37 remaining here in the fourth. Of course, this is their first televised matchup without Ray Parks and John Embe. Dennis Villamor no longer with the team as well, and Robin Ronyo. Ito, unfortunately, Coach AG, I don't know their names.
I'm sure you just don't want to mention it, but I don't know. I don't know if Direk Abet knows their names, but nevertheless, alam na alam talaga ni Direk kung nasaan sila. Going back to the ball game, 1 timeout each remaining for Coach Eric and Coach Boyet. At
And
ito
a
coming
steal.
off the timeout, ayaw ni Coach Boyet to, and Comuntin again taking it strong. And who was there for that rebound? Sayang, Jet Rosario, hinayang na hinayang. Could have been just a 5-point lead.
Sayang ang pagkakataon para sa NU, but possession remains with them. Cobontin needs to let it go. Finds Diputado.
And he's going to travel. That could have been an open shot. He moved very well without the ball. I don't know why he did not take that shot. He was wide open.
Close call for NU. Cobontin had to release the ball.
And that would mean 2 free throws right here for Yusei Koga.
Balikan natin itong play
To
na to.
you, no, he was wide open. Left Diputado.
Ayun, nag-shuffle yung kanyang mga paa. Clearly a traveling ball. But Koga leaving the door open for NU, missing on the first. Big basket right there. Huge basket for Kyle Pascual. And it's a 9-point lead now for San Beda. One minute and 19 seconds remains in this last quarterfinal matchup of the 2014 Filoil Flying V Haynes Premier Cup. We'd like to remind everyone, meron po tayong TV coverage all the way up to the finals. Ang semifinals natin this coming Friday na po. Right back here at the arena in San Juan City at 2 p.m. Southwestern University taking on De La Salle University, and at 4 p.m. the NASCU champion CEU Scorpions will take on the winner of this game right now. JJ Alejandro, that's big!
Great setup job by Coach Eric Altamirano. 2-possession ball game. In a span of 4 seconds, it's down to 6 points. Very manageable, but they have to foul and wish that San Beda will be missing the free throws and they would be able to get the rebounds.
Excellent play drawn up by Coach Eric Altamirano. Nothing but net, but that was just the first basket of the game by Alejandro. Amer knocking down the first free throw. He's got 14.
Coach Boyet signaling it's going to be a man-to-man defense on the other side. As Baser Amer focuses on his second free throw, all important. Baser makes the second.
Alolino. Wow, Jello Alolino was able to score quickly despite the defense by Koga. A near steal by NU. Amer up ahead to Anthony Semerad, and Semerad is called for traveling.
Another great defense on the part of National University.
It just bounced off his shin. But he was called for steps before that.
Now, this is going to be the most important play for NU. They sink a 2-point shot. That would still make it a two-possession ball game. They set up for a three. That would mean a one-possession ball game and a lot of pressure on the part of San Beda.
Rosario!
By Rosario,
NU is still alive. And Coach Boyet Fernandez on his knees. He cannot believe it.
Are we staying on the air, Ton? What an open shot. Great setup job. All squared up was Jet Rosario to make it just a 3-point lead, 84-81 with 53.8 seconds remaining.
We will be staying on the air and we will try to listen in on the huddle of Coach Boyet.
Wala na tayo timeout, ha? Koga. Okay? Ano? Baka mag-trap. Same pa rin tayo. Short tayo. Koga. Koga labas. Anthony. Arthur. Kyle. Maser. Anthony, you go. Corner. Maser, kunin mo rito. Kyle, you screen. Art, you flash middle. Dito. Pagtangka bola, Maser, play out here. You get the ball here. Kahit hindi yan. Now, if they trap, you can't throw Kyle. Wala. Pikan mo rito. Pop out ka rito. Okay? Ilang turnover mo rin. Ha? Okay? Ulitin. Koga. Hawak mo na bola. Maser. Maser. Anthony. Arthur. Kyle. Anthony corner. Maser. Boom. Cut time. Flash hard. Then. Maser. Dito ka sa corner. Come on. Dapat tayo.
Both teams are in penalty. They just have to make sure that it's going to be a good inbound. They've got options on Anthony Samarat. But you know that they want that ball on the hands of Amer Baser. Baser Amer, I should say. First this corner. And then they've got to make sure that somebody gets this ball. And Art de la Cruz makes sure that he was able to get that one. No need to foul for National University, Anton.
Double team comes. Amer releases it up top to De La Cruz, who looks up at the clock. It reads 8, 7, 6. De La Cruz up and under, kicks it out. Koga for three. In and out. Anthony Semerad with a huge rebound.
This is just big for Anthony Semerad. Big shot, big 3 points. That was a good shot actually on the part of Koga, but it's going to be a missed shot. And look who's there using his one hand. Left at that, Anthony Semerad.
Anthony Semerad. What a game for him. But missing on the first though. 21 big points for Anthony.
This is going to be a very important free throw. He sinks the second one. Two-possession ball game.
Gabontin to Alolino. Short on that triple. 20 seconds to go. Alejandro too strong. De La Cruz with the rebound. That's a foul.
Foul number 12, Glenn Gabontin penalty.
This game is not yet over. Art will have to make this free throws. That's a good foul on the part of Glenn Cobuntin to stop the game clock.
Foul Javelona for Glenn Cobuntin. 2 free throws for Art de la Cruz.
They took good shots, huh? NU would have been straight, but they missed on those shots. Big rebound on the part of San Beda. De La Cruz. These are very, very important free throws. Art hoping to sink the second one.
And it trickles in.
Both teams don't have timeouts anymore. They've got to make a quick three or a quick 2 points.
Aroga pulls up for three. No good. And Amer is able to come up with a rebound, and a foul is called on Javelona.
And I think that's all she wrote for this ball game. 2 possession and 2 free throws for Baser Amer. What a ball game.
At the line, Baser Amer.
The NU Bulldogs talking amongst themselves right now. You know, Amer putting the nail on the coffin after what has been a highly physical matchup. Players from both sides showing a lot of heart. Glenn Cobuntin got elbowed, nasty cut above his left eye. Decided to play in the second half. And it is official. Coach Boyan Fernandez leads San Beda College to the semifinals of the 2014 Filoil V. Haynes Premier Cup.
But not without a scare, Anton.
Nope. And what about the game of Anthony Semerat? 12 points in the third quarter. 12 of his 22 points.
We're not gonna talk about anybody else but Anthony Semerat. That big rebound. They struggled in the first half. All the points coming from Anthony. 3-point shots. How many? Unofficially, 4 eh.
4.
Tama, ano?
4 na 3 ang naipasok ni Anthony Semerat. So there's your final score, 88-81 in favor of the 4-time NCAA champion San Beda College Red Lions. National University, we will see them this coming UAAP season 77.
I like that ball game. No? Well coached, great defense, talked about resiliency. Nobody was giving up, but in the end, the team that had more exposure to this kind of pressure actually would win the ball game. And this time, it is the San Beda Red Lions.
All right, we have our Pure Foods Tender Juicy Hot Dog. Best player Pure Foods Tender Juicy Hot Dog. May mga bagay na mahirap ipaliwanag. Basta alam mo, perfect. And he is at courtside with Cristel Bachelor.
Anthony, we all know that last year the Bulldogs booted you out of this tournament. So how does it feel that this time you defeated them?
You know, it feels great. No one ever likes to lose, right? So coming out here with a win tonight, I guess we're all happy.
So for the first 2 quarters, you guys were scrambling. How did you guys regroup to win this game?
Defense. We just put more energy into it, getting back to the ring, not giving him any fast breaks. So I guess that gave us the win at the end of the day.
All right, do you want to greet anyone?
Just like to say hi to Mark, Aplamo, Carlo, Graho, and Lars. My manager, the San Beda community, maraming salamat.
Thank you, Anthony. There you have it, our Pure Foods Tender Juicy Hot Dog player of the game. Back to you, Anton and Alan.
Alam mo na kung ano sekreto? Ha? Kangaroo steak. Mahal yun. Dapat si Direk Abet ilibre tayo. But what a ball game coming from Anthony Semerat.
Hard-fought win for the Kings of the NCAA. So they are through the semifinal round. At ito po ang mangyayari ngayong Friday. On the first matchup, we have Southwestern University, Sasafi runners-up, taking on the UAAP champions, DLSU Green Archers. And in the second game, NAASCU champions, CEU, taking on San Beda College Red Lions. Basaramer coming over here. And let's take a look at the bracket here.
Natapos na rin,
Semi-final
ano?
picture, yeah.
Of course, nauna na ang CEU with that win from Lyceum. Inintay natin today itong San Beda, kalaban ng NU, pumasok na rin. Yung first game natin,
Yep.
napakaganda. FEU, kalaban ang De La Salle University, and De La Salle ending up winning that ball game. And of course, Southwestern University booting out JRU. 4 na lang
Yep.
ang ating inaantay, and that's gonna happen on Friday.
So we will see you all again right back here at the arena on Friday. Sa ngalan ni Direk Abet Ramos, Trisha Robredo, Cristel Bachelor, my partner, Alan Gregorio, and all of us who make up ABS-CBN Sports. Ako po ang inyong lingkod, Anton Rojas, nagpapaalam hanggang sa susunod na laro sa 2014 Filoil V. Haynes Premier Cup.